Hey, I just finished watching this movie like 10 seconds ago. I came out here to record this like really quick before I went to bed. It's pretty late. This movie was recommended to me by a buddy. It's currently streaming on Shudder. If you don't have Shudder, you should definitely get it. It's like a Netflix for horror. If you haven't heard of it, I got it like a year ago. I didn't like it. I got rid of it. I picked it up again a few months ago, and it's been fucking awesome ever since. There's so much shit on there. I mean, I own a decent amount of it for sure, but for the most part, I mean, I can go on there and watch shit all day. It's got lots of rad shit. So if you've ever seen Shudder and you want to check it out or heard, whatever, if you haven't heard of it at all, definitely go and check it out. Awesome, awesome site. Anyway, as I said, I think I said this already, but a buddy of mine recommended this to me. It's called Malefique, I think. I don't know. They don't say it in the film. If they do, I couldn't fucking understand it anyway if it was a different pronunciation. This movie is... I don't want to say a whole ton about it. I can just say that it's really fucking rad and unique and different. And if you don't want to know anything more than that, go check it out. If not, I'll give a brief synopsis. A man goes to prison and he is being visited by his wife and his kid. He tells his kid that he will definitely see him again even if he has to escape. He's crazy into his wife, who doesn't seem to be all that crazy into him. When he gets into the cell, his cellmates are an older man who killed his wife, a man who is trying to be a woman, has tits. I don't know if they're real or not. I think they are. But he's a big bully, wears a wig. He, rapes one of the guys in the cell, and he's beating the shit out of the other guy. But he's like best friends with the guy he's beating the shit out of. Very, 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 very odd movie all around. But the other character that he's beating up is this really fucking crazy lunatic who likes to eat everything and makes like these pussy and tit collages on his wall, and that thing comes to life at some point in the movie. Kind of reminded me of Society for a second. I wish the movie had that scene in it a little longer. If we would have saw a little more of that pussy tit collage, that shit was hilarious. So, it's really one of my only but one of my only gripes in the movie. The movie is just super fresh and wild. It's definitely very serious. It's not slapsticky but it is fucking bizarre. The only films that I don't know, this isn't how the movie is, but for some reason it gave me a Necromentia feel. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. It's a lower budget film from a few, 10 years ago now. It just kind of has this, it's got like a book, like not a Necronomicon so much. It's pretty close to that though, where these guys are reading it and evil shit is happening when they read the passages from it. So it's got that kind of feel to it. The things that I really enjoyed about this movie is that it doesn't really hold back. It gets ugly when it needs to. It gets dark when it needs to. The characters are all very flawed. There's no hero. You very much can tell this is a foreign film. The shit wouldn't fly in America. There always has to be some redeeming character. There always has to be some kind of good going on. And this movie is just filled with fucked up people doing fucked up things. You don't really want anyone to escape, but you kind of do. Like it's, characters you love to hate kind of thing. And this film's got that in spades. The main character, I was kind of laughing as I was watching it because he reminded me, looks-wise, of Roy Scheider in Jaws, a little bit of Anthony Perkins, and a lot of Napoleon Bonaparte from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That's who he looked like the most to me. I just kind of kept every scene he came in, I was like, Napoleon! Definitely not the same actor by any means. That guy's way old, and this guy looks like him in Bill and Ted, which was like the early 90s. So just made me laugh, especially since it was French and whatnot. If you haven't seen this movie or if you haven't heard about it It's definitely worth checking out for sure. I thought it was pretty fantastic. I really have nothing negative to say. There's questions that it leaves. I mean, that's not always a bad thing, and that isn't the case here. But there's like a character who comes into the movie randomly towards the end, and then he kind of goes away, and you're wondering who the fuck that was. You know, when the movie ends, like, was he real? Was he part of? So that, I mean, that was probably my main problem. And that's not even really a problem. It was just an unanswered question that I was like, shit, I want to know what the fuck that was. Now the movie isn't like overly gory or like graphic or anything, so don't think you're getting into some like French extreme, like, Martyrs or Frontiers or High Tension or any of that stuff. So if you want some unique French film, this is definitely a cool one, man. Check it out.